Hi, I'm George and this is Dave, and we're coming to you from Acme Guitar Works with our friend Gary. Hi, I'm George and this is Dave, and we're coming to you from Acme Guitar Works, and we want to tell you about this guitar that we've hot rodded. We modify Fender guitars. We buy the Mexican guitars from Fender. We're an authorized Fender dealer, and then we hot rod them and make them the way we would want them to be if they were our guitars. And this is one that we just recently did. This is a Fender Road Worn Telecaster. This is a 50s Road Worn, which is the original Road Worn series. So this is pretty true to a 50s Telecaster. It comes from Fender with a white pickguard, but a lot of guys want that blackguard look. So this is a Callahan aged black pickguard. We use this one because it's lacquered and buffed like the original pickguards are, but it's aged. Callahan actually does a pretty cool job of aging on these. So we thought that this would make it look, look the part. A lot of times with these guitars, we do some moderately elaborate switching. We don't get too crazy, but with this guitar, it's just a straight up wired like a Telecaster, just a three-way switch, volume and tone, and we did rewire it though from scratch. So it's got a CRL switch instead of the Oak Grigsby it came with from Fender. It's got CTS pots, and it's got a switchcraft jack. So it's all the good stuff, and it's all wired nicely. And we put John Sear's Tele pickups. So they're, I think they call it Classic T. But anyway, Dave will play it, and you'll get a chance to hear what they sound like. And then we put compensated saddles on here. Ordinarily, with this vintage style Telecaster bridge, it's got 3 saddles, and you can't intonate the guitar properly because you don't have individual adjustment for each string. Each saddle is shared by 2 strings. So Callahan makes these compensated saddles, and they're in a straight line like the original saddles, but the tops of the saddles have these sort of facets that that compensate and change the string length for each string. And so basically now you can intonate it properly, and when you play chords all up and down the neck, they'll play in tune. You don't have to pull strings into tune when you do different chord inversions like you do on a vintage Tele. We did age them. They come from Callahan, looking really beautiful and like a watch or something, like jewelry. And so we age them just to make them look aged to go with the guitar. We also did a fret level, crown, and polish on these frets. This guitar ships from Fender with pretty tall fret wire. It's Dunlop 6105 wire, which we like, and really facilitates bending. We find it's real comfortable to play, but we want to make sure the tops of all the frets are really level and true and nicely crowned, which means nicely rounded and nicely polished, so it's comfortable to bend strings, and so that we can get the action as low as possible without fret problems. And then the other thing that we did finally is we put a bone nut on this guitar, and we're doing this more and more on guitars. Bone is once ivory became taboo, bone sort of became a common material for nuts, but you really don't see it much anymore except on pretty expensive guitars. But we put them on these guitars just because it's a good hard material. It's really nice, clear tone, and it looks real nice when it's polished out and buffed. It's a real sort of a beautiful material. So anyway, that tells you about the guitar. Dave is going to play it and demo it, and you can hear what it sounds like.
We'll start clean, the neck position. Sounds noise canceling there too.
Yeah, it's noise canceling there.
Reverse wound.
Sounds great.
Sounds real good. Let's put a little tube screamer style overdrive on neck pickup. Both pickups. Put a little more gain on it. Yeah. Put a little more on it. Neck pickup. Nice.
Yeah, real nice.
It's quiet too. I like it.
Yeah, it's a great guitar. These guitars are really reasonably priced when they come from the factory. Some people complain about, things like, well, they don't look, the aging doesn't look authentic or blah, blah, blah. But, you can spend a bunch of money for a guitar, or you can buy something that's really reasonably priced like this. And basically what we do is we just tweak it and make it as good as it can be, and for not a whole lot of money, and actually for a very reasonable price, you have a guitar that any professional can gig with. It's a really pro-level instrument, and plus it looks cool. And it sounds great. So give us a call or check out our website, and you'll see that we have guitars on there all the time that are hot-rodded. And if you don't see something you're looking for, give us a call, and we'll make it for you. So thanks for watching. What do you think?
I made a little flub on there. Maybe you can edit it out.
Nah, fuck that.